All right.
Welcome back to Myth and Mockery.
Hell yeah.
We're playing again. We'll do that thing where we introduce our names and then let Jeremy do a recap, I guess.
Woohoo. Yes.
Cool. So I'm Jessica and I'm playing Adaris Ashstrider. Nope, I'm not.
New character?
That is her last name, but I did not anticipate saying the full thing, and it came out Ass Strider, which is not what I mean.
Strider of... I got it! And I was looking around to see if anyone else caught it, and then Jess is like, no!
And what happened? Roll credits. We've got the name of the episode.
Oh my god.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adaris Ashstrider.
It's a great start to the game.
Oh, it's staying in. So
butt walker.
I'm Jess. I play Adaris Ashstrider.
My name is Bob Gravelle, and I play Ulysses Highwind.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Grant, and I'll be playing as Gray.
Hi, I'm Sarah Snyder, and I'm playing Jezebel Gray.
And I'm Jer, and yeah, I'm the DM for this adventure, playing every other single character imaginable. And with that, welcome back to Myth and Mockery. All right, guys, we last left off. You'd found your way through the forest, linking up with the river, finding your way into the cavern behind a waterfall, where it appears as though the raiding parties that have been disrupting trade from the crossroads into Glimmer have kind of set up base. You made your way through the waterfall into this nice grand opening, and then into this chamber itself. As you'd made your way down the chamber, you were beset upon by some goblins which had happened to storm out of a small little room, splitting the party, and we had left off with you guys rolling for initiative. So let's do that. Let's roll for initiative, guys.
Not good at all.
Probably better than what the goblins get. Alrighty, let's do the 25 to 20 thing, guys.
21.
Ooh, 21 for Gray. 20 to 15.
I got a 17.
15 to 10.
10.
10.
Ooh, higher dex modifier.
I have a 2.
Also 2.
Okay, guys, figure it out.
Roll for it.
Sure.
All right.
1.
17, baby.
All right, so Ulysses, and then the goblin folk. Gray, I believe you go first, and you also were wanting to possibly play it politically, I believe is where you were screaming, whoa, whoa, stop, stop, at the end of the last game.
Do it.
Well, we're going to try this.
Yeah.
So how many goblins come rushing out anyways?
Currently there's 4 actually, and they all kind of rush out. They bump into each other. They're kind of clattering around.
Kind of bumbling around.
They're more startled that there's actually people that they don't recognize making their way deeper into this cavern.
Now, if I recall correctly, we were 60 feet ahead of the rest of the party.
Yes, and you were actually, I think, you were ahead of Adar.
Mm-hmm.
So you two are actually split by these 4 goblins right now, and the 2 of you can even notice that inside the chamber there's 2 more goblins kind of standing there scratching their heads like what is going on right now.
I will do my best to, like, as I look behind me to see this, little small troop come forward, I'll say in some pretty fair goblin, finally somebody's here.
We've always been here.
Well, don't you see the torch from behind me?
Yeah, we see light.
Yes. Why, Gus sent me in here.
Who's Gus?
He was one of those. You don't know who Gus is?
No.
He's one of those humans. I know they all look the same, but come on.
They from upstairs? They from downstairs?
He was from downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, get in these positions here quickly. We're gonna ambush the fire people I was sent up ahead.
Make a persuasion check.
I was hoping it was
good.
I was hoping it was the other one.
What, the intimidation?
No, deception.
No, this is more persuasion.
That's fair. That's an 18.
Ooh. Ah, they have a negative modifier. They kind of look at you. They look back in the room. The other two are like confused, so they kind of wave them into that room as well. And right now, they're just kind of holding their swords. We'll go back down in initiative now, I suppose. Do a dar.
And I'll just make I'll make my way into one of the goblin rooms with them because you.
Oh yeah, it's just the one chamber,
Yeah.
like right here in the hallway. As you like glance further down, you can see. You see that there's another chamber going off, and then a little further down there's another chamber off, and then it appears as though at the end of the hallway opens up to a large chamber.
Oh. So I actually would like to back up a little bit further down the hallway and make a bad attempt at hiding.
Okay, Adaris, you watch it. So far, Gray seemed to have talked some goblins into hiding and laying an ambush. You're not sure what he's actually said to them.
Yes, so seeing that happen, Adar is going to try and use the shadows to her advantage and kind of hide herself here to hopefully catch her friends when they come by.
Sure, make a stealth check for me, please.
Uh-oh. That's a 6.
You do your best. That you're pretty sure that you're probably hidden, but you know it's not your best attempt ever. You kind of find this crack, you hunker back into it a little bit, but it's pretty obvious to your two friends as they start to make their way up. The two of you, Belle and Ulysses, you hear goblin speak coming from ahead, and then you hear as like small little goblin steps retreat into the hallway, and then Gray is gone a little further ahead. As you make your way up, you stumble upon Adar trying to hide herself as well.
Okay.
I'm just leaning against the wall of the cave with
All
my
right,
scimitar out.
So
just
I'm just trying to mentally make a map in my head. So is the hallway that Gray went to like off to our left?
No, it's still a straight run
It's
deeper
just straight.
into the mountain itself.
So they all just went deeper into the mountain. As far as...
Yeah, and you actually, when Gray gets further back in there, I'm sorry, Gray, I forgot to add this, you start to see the torches there start to light up as his presence goes deeper into the kingdom.
And you see me giving the guns. So I'm like got my rapier in one hand pointing off of the door of one direction of goblins, and I got my other finger pointing in the other direction, and I'm like I'm looking like I'm hiding, but not really hiding.
It's like the D&D version of finger guns
Yeah.
with his rapiers out, like pointing.
Okay, I think Ulysses is just gonna have his longsword drawn, no shield. He's just gonna start walking up to the goblins as if he's with Gray. So mechanics-wise, I'm thinking like movement and then like ready in action.
Sure. Just the attack action?
Yeah,
or...
yeah.
Okay, Belle?
I will do much the same thing. I will hold the attack action. I will move forward, but I will crouch a little and be like, I love hide and seek.
So you're trying to hide, or are you holding an action? What are you doing?
I'm not hiding.
You're not
She's
hiding?
just
You're gonna hold
following
an attack
him.
action then, same as Ulysses,
Yeah.
or okay. With that, it's the goblins' turn. The 6 of them kind of congregate in their little. The 4 of you realize is like a guard chamber. They start kind of congregating and talking back and forth, and you watch as one of them peeks out, looks at the 3 of you, and then looks down the hallway to see Gray out with his finger gun sword. The rapiers doing their thing, is kind of directing traffic, and they duck back into the little guard post. Guess we'll go back to the top of the initiative. What do you want to do, Gray?
This is exactly what I would hope would happen. An awkward standoff. Fantastic. Objective achieved. So what's he gonna do? So how far up is the rest of the crew from where?
They're all kind of around the chamber with the goblins, as far as you can tell.
Oh.
Even though I rolled really good with them, you still rolled better. As far as you can tell, they're confused, and they put off this vibe of trusting you at the moment.
Oh, so at this point, like, so I can see the rest. I can see my other allies as well, right?
Yeah, you can see that they're actually closer to the guard chamber now. You can see Ulysses and Belle have taken up kind of a fighting stance. Adar is kind of melding into the wall as best she can.
Sure. So as they're making their way down, I'm gonna say in Goblin, not those ones. Those are allies. It's the ones behind them.
So then they kind of walk out, and they start walking down, kind of looking at the three of you as they pass. Two of them kind of chatter back at each other, like look at this one trying to hide in the wall, and then continues walking past.
Yeah, they're beyond that. They were outside, not this, because this one over here can't see in the dark. What a weakness.
Did you say that in Goblin?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I say that in Goblin, of course.
Yeah.
I just look at the four of you very confused, and they actually, they make their way out to set up in the camp area again and keep watch. At the moment, there's currently no initiative. As they walk past the three of you, they're like eyeing you sideways. That look of like, do we trust them, or like what is going on? Goblins are confused at most points of their lives, but these ones are really, really confused at the moment.
Belle is just smiling at everyone like a loon.
I walk up to the rest of the group and I go, what are we doing?
And I'll make my way up and I'll speak in Elvish. Be like, look, we have... Do you speak Elvish?
Please, speak at me in Elvish.
Please speak at you in Elvish?
I don't speak Elvish, but
don't?
but our characters don't know that.
Our characters don't... We never talked about this?
This is true, yeah.
So I'll say in Elvish, I'll be like, oh, these goblins, I told them that we were allies.
Adara just looks at you and goes, you're not helping. I don't... Was that Elvish?
You don't speak Elvish?
No.
I thought everyone speaks Elvish.
No, I don't. I haven't encountered many elves, so... So what are we doing?
So how far up the passageway did all the little goblins go?
The majority of them, there's two kind of hanging back at kind of the very end of where the hallway opens, between the antechamber and the hallway that you're in right now. There's two hang back, but four have made their way into the room with the waterfall, and in that room, those four can't hear anything other than the waterfall.
Sure. So I guess I'll speak to the goblins and I'll say, in Goblin, do you guys speak Common?
They look at each other and and they speak at you in Common instead of Goblin.
Oh, perfect. So, and then that'll adjust like my accent so it sounds like a little bit better in Common than in Goblin. It's like, excellent. So, yeah, so I saw there was like somebody that attacked Gus and his group a little bit further back behind that, like a little bit beyond the waterfall. But what can you tell us about where the boss is in here? Just because we have to report to him.
Sorry, you gotta make a check on that one.
Sure.
So much of that was a lie.
It's fine.
Wow.
I mean, Gus's group really
You want me
was
to make a
attacked.
deception check?
Yeah, but we named him Gus.
Don't.
It's not his real name.
Everything there was a lie.
Matthew's
so
son really was attacked.
Yeah, you can make a deception check.
excellent. 25.
Yeah. They look at you even though they have no idea who Gus is. They look at each other, and in Goblin you hear them say, humans and these other races have silly names for silly things. So they look back at you like, oh yeah, okay. They do, and then they say in common so that you all can understand that currently they are here to watch over the goods that are being brought back and forth. They impart, but they still don't trust you, so they don't impart too much knowledge just yet. They're not even really conversing. They're just giving you short kind of answers.
Yes. Excellent. So I'll take how far does the cavern go down for now, I suppose.
And with that, they're like, oh yeah, it goes back to where you've seen the torches light on their own. Mm-hmm. We don't like that. It scares us. And then there's this large chamber, and then at the end of that chamber, there's stairs going down. We don't go down, and there's a hallway that keeps going forward, and then there's the stairwells that go up. We go up. We only like to go up to the plateau.
Oh, is there any boom booms?
Boom booms?
Traps,
Traps?
Traps or anything.
No. We lost Grumper.
Grumper.
Yeah, he stepped on a trap.
Oh.
A rock fell on his head. He got squashed good.
No. You didn't eat him, did you?
Huh?
You didn't eat him, did you?
Well, we had some of the toes.
Fair.
And then there was Clydesdale.
Yep.
He's supposed to be named after one of those big horse things because he was kind of run-towned. He stepped on something. Some spikes got him. Then there was an explosion and we lost 4 cousins, 3 sisters, and a father uncle. But yeah, if you stick to the more traveled paths going up like you're supposed to, then you should be okay.
All right, excellent.
Adaris has her jaw dropped and is just listening to all of this. It was in common or was it in goblin?
It was in common.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah, so
They're smart enough to understand that the 4 of you may not all speak goblin, so...
Belle was listening, but now she's lost in thought as she's trying to pick apart their family tree and the complex dynamics involved in that.
It's best if you don't think about it.
Do you wanna lead us part of the way and you can tell us more about your family?
I thought you wanted us to keep watch at the front with
Well, you have to make up your mind.
son. Well, and with that, they just walk away from you and go to the front chamber. Like they're just like, there's danger coming. You've warned them of danger coming. They are going to stand guard and watch.
I like the name Clydesdale, though. I'll say in Goblin.
Don't tell that to your wife.
I thought we were the danger that was coming.
They didn't know that.
Do you think that we could potentially persuade them to stop attacking people?
I don't think we could persuade them to stop eating each other.
No, sorry. Not each other, but the travelers on the roads.
I'd probably just kill them from behind. Might make it easier.
Then why are we playing and dangling our food around like a fox trying to eat a chipmunk?
It's easier to come up behind them because they had the drop on us.
Hey, is it just me, guys, or is there something with goblins that just makes them look absolutely adorable?
I think it's the fact that some of them have missing teeth and like toes and fingers and that kind of thing.
That's adorable?
No, but I think that's the part that she likes about them.
No, I think it's just that they're little and adorable.
So we're gonna burn them, or what's?
Yeah, we're gonna burn them.
Fantastic.
What do you think, Ulysses?
Yeah, I think the only good goblin's a dead goblin.
Okay, so let's go reinforce their party.
Should we? Have you found the leader yet? Not really, eh?
They didn't want to tell us.
I would like to point out we did meet a rather charming one in glitter.
Kelbit.
Yes.
Kelbit.
And you do know from your conversations and such with Kelbit that he is a much more intelligent member of society, even within his own. That you get this feeling that even though he appears to be of like middle age, he's kind of had this old soul, as if he's been around for like centuries instead of just decades.
He's the Yoda of the goblins.
So it's agreed. We murder all the cute little goblins.
The Yoda of the goblins.
I'm fine with it. What do we want to have a strategy?
We'll just walk up behind them and start clubbing them, I think, and stabbing them and setting them on fire. Normal things.
Fair enough.
I like having surprise on my side.
So, when do we start the slaughter?
Adaris casts Scorching Ray on 3 of them.
Wait. I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, they're too far up.
Oh, they already have to depend.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them who are still kind of just started walking
And it has
away.
a 120-foot range.
Yeah, you would hit those 2 as they're pretty much at the mouth of the hallway where it comes in from the antechamber.
Adaris doesn't like the fact that we're in the back of the cave and they're at the front of the cave, and there's no way out.
That's actually fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Please,
So she
please
started
carry on.
making a way out. Yes. Should I just do that, or do we rolling initiative?
You
How do
can
you?
just do that. We're gonna run with the same initiative roll if you guys decide to
Sure, yeah,
ambush
that's
ambush the goblins.
All right, cool. So I just need to make a roll then to see if
Yeah.
I hit them.
That was fantastic. I was like, I kind of want to be a little bit closer.
Ulysses
but sure.
just gets taken by surprise of all of this now unleashed carnage, I believe, because he's a little speechless there.
So I'm rolling for each ray because I get 3.
Yep.
So if the only 2 goblins are there, one of them's gonna get it twice.
Oh boy.
Maybe not. So that is does an 8 hit?
No.
Okay. So then we've got a 12
Nope.
and a 19.
That hits.
Okay, so one of them takes 8 fire damage.
Yeah. And the one goblin standing by his friend goes to say something to him as his ray of fire slams into him. He just watches his friend just burst into flames, and this squeal comes out of the goblin. He just falls down, burning corpse.
Adaris just looks to the other three of her friends with like the reflection of the flame still slightly in her eyes and is like,
I would have waited, but sure.
Ulysses, as you look down the hallway, you watch the one just smoldering at the foot of its friend and letting out this yelp. What would you like to do?
Good shit, Adaris.
you needed to see, so I lit something on fire.
You have more than enough light now at the end of that hallway.
You see his, for the first time, you see a little smile.
Oh
out
my
of
god.
him. Like he found that funny. Okay, so I think he's going to just close the... So there's the one goblin, I guess, watching his pal burn alive.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I guess the other, was it 4 of them?
There's 4 more.
At the
end, at the
end,
waterfall.
But I assume that's like more distance than we can...
Yeah, you're not able to
cover.
see them.
Okay.
It's like 300 feet away.
All right, so I think he's just going to put his sword through the head of the other goblin. Or just this tag roll, really.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you close the distance really quick without using any bonus actions or anything like that. Yeah, so you run down. Yes, yeah, you have the surprise. So
Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens here.
I'm just going to cast Agonize the Scorcher. Sure. It's a great plan. I like that a lot, actually. It's fantastic.
I assume a 7 does not hit.
no, 7 does not
God
hit.
damn it.
Sorry.
I figured it would be surprising.
It
With
was
that-
very surprising.
At that, yeah, the goblin looks back just in time to see Ulysses run him down and bring his sword up. He gets just enough time to bring his shield up and deflect the sword with that bell.
Can I run up to where Ulysses is and then hold my javelin until one of them comes into visual?
From the waterfall? Sure. There's also one still alive, standing
is
right
there?
in front of Ulysses.
Oh,
Just deflect at Ulysses' sword.
Oh, I won't even move. I will just throw my javelin from
Sure.
where I am. That's terrible. 12.
12 misses. Ulysses, you watch as this javelin comes flying out of the dark, and the little goblin just eyes goes wide, and then he just lets out this little screech and just ducks down as the javelin just skitters off into the mouth of the entryway behind the waterfall. With that, it's the goblin's turn. So the 4 at the waterfall, they have no idea what's going on. The one is gonna take his scimitar, because that's all he has, and swing at Ulysses, trying to defend himself. I'm gonna guess a 12 does not hit.
No.
With that, he screeches and then turns and starts to run into the hallway, out into the entryway. So go ahead and take your attack of opportunity, Ulysses.
Ooh, nat 20, baby. 25.
Nice. Roll damage.
The first roll is a 10 damage.
Ooh, 10.
And then the second roll is... Oh my... You know, let's just do this old school. 10 plus 7. 17.
17. Yeah, with that, down they go. Down that one, so that one's dead, and that one's dead. And as you can see, as he turns to run and you cleave him down, there's the 4, they've kind of set up kind of a defensive perimeter around the entryway that the 4 of you used to get into this, what appears to be a hallway going deeper into the mountainside. Gray.
Oh, perfect. But you said the other goblins are way up there.
They're way up there at the edge of the waterfall. They haven't really caught on to what's going on. The 2 that are the closest to kind of get this whiff of burning flesh, but they're still focused on the danger coming from outside rather than the danger coming from behind.
Okay, so I'll look to the allies. I'm like, so let's wait till we get a little bit closer before we start shooting them, and let's go reinforce our friends.
All right.
Yeah, okay, I'll just saunter.
Okay,
So I'll just saunter my way over to the goblins to see how they're doing.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you do that. But as you make there and you greet them again to see how they're doing, they turn around, they look, they see their 2 dead friends. And,
Oh, they can see 300 feet away.
oh,
Sorry. I was only doing that under the illusion that they couldn't see the bodies.
no, they'll be able to see the bodies when you go and interact with them.
Okay. So in that case, I would like to hide the bodies first because I just thought they couldn't see that far.
All right, make 2 strength checks for me.
Can I help?
No, you already took an action.
Okay, I got a 16 and a 6.
You're able to drag the one body that was running and got cleaved down by Ulysses. You're able to drag that body back into the hallway, but the burning, it's just too hot, and it's just kind of melding into lumpus forms. So yeah, that one you're not able to pull back yet.
Okay. I'm good.
All right, with that, Adar.
Seeing what Grave's trying to do, can I try and drag the other body out of the way?
Sure. Make a strength check, please.
Oh, once again, my apologies. 'Cause I thought that they couldn't see.
No. As soon as you turn around, it's a big open chamber. There's
Okay.
burning goblin body, another goblin body lay on the ground.
That's a 3?
Again, even though your affinity with fire and such, as you like touch the body, you're struggling. You're just sloughing goblin skin off as you're trying to pull it.
So as I fail at that, Adaris just kind of drops it in frustration, and I'm just going to use my bonus action to shillelagh my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Just ready to fight.
Alrighty. Ulysses.
Let's let the strength people do the strength things. So
Oh, well, he's like, make a strength check. I'm like, make a strength check? What's that?
You're trying to drag a body. That's a strength check.
10.
10. Yeah, you're able to get a good firm hold, but you're starting to pull, but you're not able to fully get this Clydesdale of a goblin pulled into the hallway. Belle.
All right, let's try this.
This is awesome.
Oh no.
She's probably good at athletics.
14. Oh, athletics.
Yeah, it's athletics.
16.
Basically. Yeah, 16. Yeah, with that, Belle's is like, what did you get with an athletics then, Ulysses?
Yeah, it would have been a 12 with athletics.
12. Yeah, you got a little bit further, and then finally your friend Belle's like, let me do this. And with her like plate covered hands, she just kind of somehow is able to resist from the heat of the fire and this kind of that's still smoldering from the body and pull the body into the hallway. With that, the other 4 goblins at the waterfall, they don't see what's going on at all back there. And with that, back to the top of the initiative order. Great.
Okay, and so they're like, what? They're so they are like pretty far up there then, or no?
Yeah, they're up by the waterfall.
Okay. I think I just would want to advance at the same rate as everyone else, so that we can all arrive at the same time, kind of thing.
Okay.
And I just try to sneak my way up there when the time comes.
Sure, make a stealth check.
All right.
You can go your 60 feet.
That's still pretty good. I think that's a 16.
Okay. With that, Adar, sorry.
I'm ready to follow Gray, so I do the same thing. I just move up.
Make a stealth check then, please.
Believe that's a 12.
Alrighty, Ulysses, Bell.
How far are we from them?
You're about 300 feet now.
Okay, I'll just walk forward.
Would the sound of the waterfall sort of be masking our approach?
Currently, no. But as you get closer, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll just follow suit here. So
Alright, stealth checks then, please. Any hold actions?
Well, they think we're still allies, right?
They do,
So I'm
yes.
not gonna stealth.
Disadvantage.
I can't stealth, so Belle's just like, there's no point even trying. We'll
So Bell just clink, clonk, clink, clonk, clink, clonk.
18 and that one with disadvantage.
Yeah, you're making just as much noise as Bell, enough that the 2 that are closest turn around and look at the 2 of you, like, and the one just kind of raises this little goblin hand and waves back at Bell. Gray pops out, hi, pops back. Yeah, the goblins have no idea what's going on. You see them turn and they're kind of still watching. The 2 that are closest to the waterfall are kind of starting to tap their toes as they're getting a little bored. Like, I thought danger was coming, but it hasn't showed up yet. Back to the top of the order.
Excellent. Okay. So with that, as they looked over, I'll just make my way up normally.
All right, so you're walking up normally.
Non-threatening.
Non-threatening. Okay.
Yeah, just like walking.
Yeah, they turn back to watching Adar.
How close to the waterfall are they?
The 2 that are the closest are about 30 feet away, so there's not getting splashed with water or anything like that. And then the other 2 are about 60 feet away, kind of hugging the wall where the pathway comes in. You can see that now, as you look a little closer at this part of the chamber, you can see that there's like sneaky holes where they're able to ambush people coming in that have recently been crafted.
As they don't seem to be aware of us or like afraid of us or anything yet, I still have my quarterstaff, but I'd like to just kind of use it as a walking stick, trying to kind of disguise that it's a potential weapon, and I want to just walk through them and get closer to the waterfall.
Okay, make a quick performance check.
Sure.
The hermit fits in well amongst all of these common folk and goblin folk, no problem.
That's a 22.
Look at you. Yeah, looks like you might need a walking stick or something, and just let you know they're completely trusting of the four of you. They do kind of look back to see where their compatriots are, but they can't see them. Ulysses Bell.
So they're 20 feet from it?
The ones that are closest to the waterfall are 30 feet from there, and then 30 feet away from them, so 60 feet total. Or the other 3 and 4, they're kind of tucked into little like hidey holes that they can ambush people from.
Okay.
So with my dash, I got close, but I'm probably like 10 feet from the waterfall.
Yeah, you're like, I would say you're 10 feet from the ones that are closest to the waterfall.
Okay, cool.
So you're 40 feet from the waterfall right now, while the other ones are...
Well, if I pass one of the ones in the cut, I'm going to go straight to the waterfall the way she is, but I am going to, as soon as I pass one of them in one of the cutouts, I'm going to look at the waterfall and, did you see that? And I'm going to grab the goblin's hand and take him, look, and try to drag him with me.
Deception first, and then your strength after that.
Deception is 21.
It believes you completely.
Oh, I almost feel bad for these goblins.
All right, yeah, so
I know,
then you don't even have to make your strength check. It just lets you drag it out.
Part of me wanted to amass a goblin army with these guys, but
And I will drag him to, like, close to...
Sure. And as you get there, he looks to you and then like in common's like, I don't see anything.
right there. And I will wait till my next turn for an action.
All right, Ulysses.
okay, so I think he's going to get as close as he possibly can to the goblins, although he's not going to make any attack action. I think he's just kind of waiting for this sort of surprise to happen. So how far is he to the closest goblin?
Oh, you're able to like take the next one, and it's the murder hole. You're able to get up right beside it.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to get right beside him, maybe even out of his, in his peripherals if possible, and then kind of, I guess, ready an attack action, waiting to slaughter these poor little boys.
And with that, like, the goblins kind of look at the four of you, like, and then the one who kind of gets the most confidence is like, where's the danger? Where's the bad people?
Is in common, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll be like, it should be coming up soon. And like as I said, I'll be like not looking at him, but I'll be like looking at a point just past him, like I'm looking.
They're
trying to get ready.
completely confused. They've actually started to sheath their scimitars and shields. Like, they have just completely no idea what's going on. So with that, it's your turn, Gray.
Excellent.
And you can easily get right up beside one of the ones by the waterfall.
Okay.
With your
I would like to get up just like to the one that's probably like the furthest out of the cave.
Okay.
And I would like to hold my action for when one of my allies and friends decides to make the first move.
Okay, so for the sake of speeding things up for this combat, are you guys gonna make your attack action this turn?
right
or
now.
Yeah,
right now?
So we're all gonna make one on it.
All right, because
we're all
it's
gonna
been
make
like
one on
3
it.
4 turns. I'm
no,
like,
no,
what
this is going down.
All right.
We're stalking
We're
them
gonna
like
make some
panthers.
goblin soup.
All right. Okay, Dar, go ahead.
So I'm
Kick
just
his
want to get
ass.
this right. So Gray is near one that is toward the kind of farthest away from all the other goblins.
Yes.
Then I've got Belle, who came up close to where I am.
Yes, and has dragged one with her.
Okay, so I would like to move. I'd like to walk 15 feet away from the water ball and away from Belle
Okay.
into the thick of the goblins.
Yeah.
And cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
So Adaris just walks in the middle and just very sassily is like, I think the danger's here, and just stamps her foot on the ground, and thunder echoes in a 300-foot cube. You can hear thunder, but any creature in a 15-foot cube around me has to make a Constitution saving throw.
That would be pretty much everyone, I
Everybody,
think. Allies included. I think. Well, look it up real quick
You
again.
move 15 feet
I
away
tried to move 15 feet away from you and Gray, but it depends on the geography.
I am not in
As
danger.
it's a
the
echo
DMs.
chamber kind of thing,
Is it amplifying?
it would
type
be.
of-
I think it would be amplifying. I think it would only be fair.
What type of saving throw is it?
Constitution.
Oh, that's a bad one.
I will give.
It's a goodie.
I will give everyone, all you players, advantage though, because you are
You were
expecting it and watching, so you guys can have advantage on your saving throws for that.
Yeah.
The goblins, poor buggers, they don't get.
They're looking.
Oh,
Oh.
one fail.
A good day. Good day is good.
What's the saving throw again? Con saving?
Constitution.
Of-
And they need to be at a 13.
2 loses, 3 losses, 4 losses. They all lose. Max damage.
Bell passed with a 17.
Okay. And
Yep, I got 22.
20.
awesome. So all the goblins that failed take 15 thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet away from me.
Every single goblin just bursts and flies. The one that Gray was getting ready just to cut down gets blasted out into the waterfall. The one that Belle was holding on to. Make a strength check for me, Belle, real quick, please.
And
The
those
physics
that
of this.
Those that saved, unfortunately, would take 7 damage.
20.
20. Yeah, it still gets ripped out of your hands, gets smashed into the wall, and just slides down. The one in that Ulysses was ready to get just gets slammed back into there, and you just watch as it crumples to another lifeless goblin corpse. And then, yeah, the last one kind of gets just thrown out into the waterfall as well. And
So what's remaining?
nothing. Yeah, just the 4 of you in this chamber. You can see some of the goods that they were bringing
Damn.
back is just scattered. Like the crates have been burst open from the thunder wave as well, and everything like that.
I was kidding about the goblin soup, man.
That was super cool.
I like it, but you should have opened with that.
I will start picking up goblins like by the collar and the belt and just chucking them over.
here? Oh, your ears ringing.
It'll wear off. It'll wear off in a
What?
sec.
She said it'll wear off in a bit.
As Belle throws one of the goblin corpses out into the waterfall, and you watch it leaving one corpse still left.
I'm gonna keep grabbing them.
Alrighty.
To be fair, I thought they put up more of a fight. That's why I figured I'd use the waterfall to my advantage. But I guess they were a little squishier than I expected.
What?
I said they were squishier than I expected.
So for the next 15 minutes or so, everything is very muffled. Even though more so from even the waterfall and then the after effects of the thunder wave. This is completely muffled all 3 of your hearings.
Atara just walks over to the waterfall and just wipes the goblin goo off her arm, just with a little bit of the water, and just kind of seems to take a moment to relax and to come back down. I use shape water just to clean off the ground 5 feet in front of the waterfall, and the waterfall just moves over 5 feet and.
Anybody want some tea?
I'm really worried that there were more that heard that, but no one's come this way yet. But should we? Do you think our bandit problem is solved?
No, because I was speaking to them earlier, and they said that there was other places that they go in here. They were kind of cagey about it, but they did say that there was traps, but they didn't say where the traps were.
You also got this sensation from them, this gut feeling that they had bumbled their way through and had set off the majority of the traps.
Oh, okay.
And had told you hey, stick to the main traveled routes that we've been traveling, and that you should be okay.
Yeah. So they probably got most of them, but we should still be alert.
So do we want to wipe all of them out, or do we think that we brought their numbers to a point where they're not going to be a problem for people anymore?
I think if we're going to do a job, we should go all the way.
Fair enough.
It sounds like these crates are being stolen for some kind of mistress, if I remember. So I think maybe if we get rid of the mistress, we get rid of the bandits and solve our crate problem.
Can I check what's in the crates?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Oh, Belle is so good at that.
Actually, yeah. I'm gonna
Sure.
make an investigation check.
Ulysses
He's
too,
looking
if you wanna check the
for
crates.
he's looking specifically for more high wind crates,
Yep.
or the yin yang, or not the yin yang, the
11?
Yeah.
the
11.
infinity.
You find some with some tea and some coffee. One has some silver bars.
Ooh, guys! There's be?
12.
Currently in this chamber, there's none.
Okay.
It does appear though that crates of more valuable have been moved further into this layer of theirs.
Also, as I say that, every silver bar that I can fit on me without going encumbered, I will put on me.
So you take 12 silver bars.
While they're doing the investigation, I just want to. I'll be just like further down where the lights lit up on their own. I would just be trying to hide up there to see if anybody came from that direction.
Sure. As you make your way down the hallway, the torches flare to life each time you go further and further down. As they're kind of flaring to life, you do see that they weren't lying to you about the large open chamber. Make a perception check for me.
7.
Currently, you see this large chamber. There doesn't appear to be any beings coming from there, but right now you're just chilling.
Okay. I think we should just throw caution to the wind. I think we should just go fucking do this.
I'm
Let's
ready.
make this happen. Now, I don't know, table talk time. They said that they don't go downstairs. Now, the curious man in me is like, well, go downstairs because that's where the danger lives. And danger usually means cool, good treasure and story.
Well, Adaris would be drawn to head downstairs because she's looking
I
for
would-
anything secretive.
Really like an 8-hour rest if we could.
It is getting later in the day. You guys have traveled the majority of the day. You guys are going to explore the hallway, right?
Mhm.
So as you explore the hallway, you find that chamber that the goblins in. They've been using it as like a guard post, and that's the same kind of thing as you move further down the hallway. You find what appears to be like sleeping chambers for kind of servants and for the watchers that would be posted in the antechamber behind the waterfall. Any of these 4 rooms would be suitable for you to use as a
Sure, I would assume the
resting
sleeping
area.
chamber probably would be
Makes the most sense.
I can take the first watch.
Okay, so as the 4 of you make your way into this like sleeping chamber, you can see it's a chamber that's been built to house like 6 individuals, usually like the human size. There's not an overly large bed. There's appears as though there have been beds made for humans and for dwarves. The one thing that you all find very odd is it doesn't seem as though this is aged whatsoever. Adaris, with your background and such, you start to feel this pulsing of arcane magic and arcane focuses, and as you're making your way down this hallway, even before you get to the large chamber, you start to feel as though there's like the ley lines of Gillandori is converging and being siphoned kind of in this like tunnel-like thing along the hallway, going further into the mountain itself.
Weird. It's like there's arcane power traveling right along this corridor in the same direction the hall's going deeper into this mountain. So whatever's is downstairs could be where this ends up, or this could be doing something else. The world is so saturated with weird magic, I couldn't guess, but
Then we should go upstairs first,
makes sense.
so that way we don't draw attention coming from. If the goblins aren't willing to go downstairs, they might go downstairs if something tells them to come downstairs. And if they're magic-y.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Can I spend some time as we're kind of resting, kind of, I guess, meditating and trying to look into understanding this magical flow a bit? Because Adaris has some magic herself, but has always been fascinated, and she's had a weird tie with magic, and so she would want to spend some time kind of trying to learn what she can from this weird flow.
Sure, make an Arcana check for me with advantage, because yeah, you're trying to attune yourself in your druidic ways to like to the world around you. So yeah, take advantage for that.
So that is a 14.
14. You do get the sensation that this kingdom itself is very, to use your word, has been very saturated with the natural magic of the world, which has helped maintain its pristine nature. You do now realize that the torches are magical, and the torches in this hallway are dissipating over time, as it seems like the further they get away from the focus point, the weaker the magic is in this kingdom. Yeah, so
Interesting. Fascinating. So we should definitely have someone keeping watch as we rest, or take turns keeping watch.
So just to clarify, you found that the magic that was happening here, was it like a natural occurrence?
Yes.
Okay.
It seems to be natural. Whether they created this hallway deliberately, knowing that this ley line is here, or whether they did it deliberately, I'm not sure. It could be subconsciously both. It's hard to tell until we know what's at the end of it, I guess.
Fair enough.
All right, I'll take the first watch.
Make your roll there, Grave, please.
Oh, wow. A dirty 20.
A dirty 20 on your perception. Watch goes rather uneventfully. Your watch kind of comes to an end. You wake up, Belle. And Belle, what would you like to be doing during your watch?
I am going to be looking at the bars of silver and going, "Do you bring me joy?" And then I will end up taking them out and filling it with tea and coffee instead.
Okay. Make a perception check with disadvantage, though.
19.
At disadvantage on your
At
perception
disadvantage, I
check.
rolled 2 19s.
Wow, good job.
Wowee.
Were it so easy.
Yay! Clap, 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 clap.
I
That's
wanna
awesome.
Holy.
Even though you're like speaking to your silver bars, and now what were you wanting to set them aside, not keep them, and
Yeah, she's trying to first she's gonna start by trying to Tetris as much in as she can. Realizing she can't fit it all, she will start taking things out and going, "Do you bring me joy to the tea? Do you bring me joy to the silver?" And then she's gonna eventually choose the coffee and tea over the silver bars.
So you spend the first 2 hours of your watch kind of traversing back and forth from where the things were being stored, is kind of the warehouse area and the antechamber. How many silver bars we're going to end up keeping?
Probably 6, but then she's also going to see if she can sneak some into Gray's pack too.
All right, so yeah, I'll let you be able to keep all of them.
I don't think that's a problem.
You let Gray know how many you want to fit into his pack to...
His pack's my pack.
Okay. So in the end, you still get to keep all of your bars. I'll even give you, because you're creative, I'll give you 4 more silver bars from up front as you're starting to stash them on your husband's goods, your husband's body. Make a perception check disadvantage for me, Gray, please.
I actually hope I succeed just because I know exactly what this is. That's not bad. 9.
9. At one point, as she's slowly trying to sneak a bar, the final bar, it clinks a little bit, and you hear this little clinking sound, but it's not enough to stir you from your slumber. With that, though, you do, as you're making your last trip from the antechamber into the sleeping area, you do hear a couple more footfalls in the large open area. And you peek in and you don't actually see anyone in there as the footfalls fade. And you see this large open chamber where it appears as though this was a gathering point, a muster point for the military that was a part of this kingdom. And you can see at the very, very end this large platform. I need you to make a...
Well, if it involves wisdom or intelligence, I'm on it.
Actually, it is wisdom saving throw, please.
Roll big, roll big, roll big.
No Emmys?
3.
3. You start to feel this strong urge. It's not strong enough to pull you away from your friends and your husband to go and stand on this podium and speak from it. Because it's this large, almost like this large stage, this stone stage that has been built up, and as soon as you would stepped even 1 foot into the chamber, just all the lights in the chamber, just all the torches flared to life. As
And
soon
I
as
want
your
to go
presence
on
was
the
there.
stage.
You feel this draw to it, but not enough that is wanting you. It's leaving you the choice whether or not you want to go stand on that stage or not. You do feel a draw.
Oh my goddess, I could be a star.
With that, yeah, your watch comes to an end.
Would that bring us to morning?
It would bring you to morning, yes. I was waiting to see if Belle was going to wake everyone up in whatever fashion Belle wakes people up in. But yeah, the morning comes. The night was rather
I will make a
uneventful.
pot of tea and coffee.
And you wake up just to Belle making you nice warm breakfast beverages.
Wakey, eggs and bacon.
With that, she starts clattering
by
pans around.
eggs and bacon, I mean rations and dry crackers.
You probably shouldn't promise that there's bacon, or Ulysses might get sad when there's not.
Are you fucking kidding me? There's no bacon?
I told you.
I mean, how
Wait, is that coffee?
She'll hand out the coffee as a peace offering.
All right, you're lucky this time. And he takes his coffee and is a little less irritable.
Is everyone hearing okay this morning? I didn't accidentally permanently damage anyone.
We can test it out on the stage.
What stage?
There's a stage.
Oh, that's weird.
Anybody have any dreams of being a bard? I think I could do it.
I think you have dreams of becoming a bard.
Last time I tried to sing in a temple, they literally threatened to kick me out. And by literally, I mean they kicked me out.
Are you sure that's the reason?
I did set a small fire.
There it is.
Gray will just be enjoying his tea. It's like par for the course. Very good.
Dara's like, well, yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta burn stuff and people don't always appreciate it.
Oh, we should actually talk. What languages do you guys speak? Because that came up yesterday.
Common and giant.
So
You speak
interesting.
giant?
Yes.
How did you pick up giant?
I was a soldier. I pick up a lot of things.
We're never gonna be able to communicate. I speak common and celestial and druidic.
What the hell is celestial?
I'm not 100% sure. It's just she just
Is that
spaces out for a bit.
why you talk to yourself?
I speak druidic too, which is basically all the druids speak it.
I see.
I speak common and elvish, and I also speak Ulysses, which is to say, I do not smile, laugh.
And yet again, she just perfectly mimics your voice. It's like your perfect doppelganger twin is starting to talk away at you.
It's so concerning every time to see that voice come out of such a tiny feisty body.
That is a little unnerving. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. So I have none of your languages in common, except I do speak Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, Goblin,
So between us, we speak basically most languages.
but not to each other.
Correct.
Excellent. Very good.
We could come up with fun hand signs or something.
What the hell's a fun hand sign?
I feel like Ulysses is a universal language.
You guys gonna make me create a sign language for you guys now?
No, it's an audio podcast. We can just make it up.
I suppose we could do that, yes. But if you make me create one, I'll do it for you.
We'll solve that one later. So do we want to go upstairs first, or do you want to go down? I thought upstairs just because the goblins were scared of going downstairs.
May as well go upstairs and see if there's any more goblins.
I agree.
Do we want to try to negotiate with them, like what we just did?
It seemed to work. I can tone it down a little if that was too intense.
As he like kind of like massages like his like this beside his ears, like maybe just a tad.
Never let anyone tell you who you should be. You be as intense as you want to.
Thank you.
So why don't you lead the way then if you're...
Sure. All right.
You seem to speak their language and clearly none of us do.
All right. Very well.
Just call me when you need some stabbing.
Ditto.
With that, the four of you kind of tidy up your campsite, and as you make your way into the large chamber that Belle had come back and informed the three of you about, with the large stone platform at the far end, the whole room itself lights up, and you can see as well that this is a chamber that is used to house large forces, and it appears as though even though the hallway is smaller behind you, they're very efficient way to move a large force from the lower levels of this, what now is very evident to you to be a kingdom.
And so as I kind of like look around, I'll just like relay factual information with no opinions attached, purely the facts.
Starting to like you, Gray.
You do. It is very obvious to even the four of you, as now you've all made your way into this large gathering chamber. You see these tapestries of like battles fought in the past, and so you notice that these tapestries are kind of spoils of war that they've been able to bring back to their kingdom. You notice it to mainly be from the ruling manors of the Duchy of Welland, as well as the aristocratic families of Elderlawn. That you would notice that from your desire to be one and known in political circles and trade routes throughout the land. While there's no dust on the floor or anything as such, as the nature of this kingdom seems to be, you can easily see the foot traffic of the bandits that they've been using.
I'll follow their tracks pretty closely.
Belle, you're starting to get pulled towards that platform on the very end.
I'll walk right up to it.
Yeah, Belle just makes a beeline straight to the platform.
Actually, I'm gonna pull out my coin. Maybe,
Sure.
And I will flip it.
Alrighty. So roll your percentile dice for your lovely coin.
Yeah, I'm going straight up to it.
Straight up to it. Okay. With that, the three of you watch as Belle just decides she's going to follow her performing nature, well, possibly, and she's off to investigate the stage.
Anything interesting you see at this random stage here?
You see as you go around the backside, there's like stairs carved into the rock itself. And this whole platform, this whole stage has been kind of built with the rock of the mountain itself.
Do I recognize any? You said it's script. There's script on it. Or?
No, there's like a podium that you could stand at though, and if you were to, be someone who has to read their speeches, you could like rest your parchment there and read your speech from the parchment.
In Ulysses' perfect voice, I will say, "I'm here to warn you about the dangers of joking."
It booms throughout the entire chamber, so even the three of you, whoever's the furthest back, hears it clearly.
I think she's on that stage.
Ulysses, I didn't know how you felt about joking until now.
That's not true. You know exactly how I feel about joking.
Joke is a lie.
And then that booms throughout the chamber as well, just echoing.
Are we hearing Ulysses' inner voice right now?
No, sweetie, off the stage, please. Thank you.
Can I get off the stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do feel though that sensation to go back up the stage comes back to you once again, but it's not compelling you to get up there. It just feels as though like somewhere you would like to spend time.
I'm used to having impulses to do weird things, so.
Right. So that was probably bad.
Because that was very loud.
That was very loud.
Louder than the thunderbolt.
And her voice is back to normal, and like everything is.
Well, and given the magic of this area, who knows how far that actually transmitted?
My bad.
Maybe we should set up at the base of the stairs and wait a little while to see if somebody comes to investigate.
We did also have a plan of just, I can't remember how Ulysses phrased it, but just going for it or something along those lines.
This is true.
We could just continue up, but just be perceptive and just keep our eyes out.
Sure.
Perhaps surprise them before they expect us to surprise them.
I agree. Let's do this. Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
That ominous silence, everyone, is looming doom. You can't see this, but our DM just cracked open a book over there and started rolling die because our fate is sealed.
All right.
Decisions have been made.
I regret nothing.
We got this.
The four of you make your way to the edge of the chamber, and this time the hallway is even larger. Torches light up even more. You look your way down this hallway, you can see the hallway itself is the same amazing dwarven craftsmanship as it's going all the way back. You are able to now see that there is suits of armor every 10 feet just lining the hallway all the way down. Adar, you feel the strength of the magic of the ley lines increasing and running straight down this hallway another 450 feet into the back. And then you see this at the very end. You can see this large stone doorway blocking it. 25 feet though in, you see the hallway widens out a little bit to allow stairwells going up on the right side of the hallway and a stairwell going down on the left side of the hallway.
We're up, so I assume bring us back down might bring us back approximately where we were.
Make a survival check for me, Ulysses. I can answer this real quick for you.
Okay. Which I'm proficient in. Not that proficient. It's a 9.
You're able to realize that you're still on the same level as the waterfall. So you're on kind of the ground level as the waterfall as you've come in. So with the stairwell going down, you're going to go further down to the depths of the mountain towards the depths of the earth, closer to the Underdark. And then the stairwell going up is going to take you up as the waterfall, as it falls down the plateau, it's going to take you higher up the plateau. You know that would be also as the path the bandits have been taking to waylay people when they want to attack them, where they've had their ambush spot set up.
And obviously I relay that to the party. Well, we can continue going up ways and just see what's at the top of this ding-dang thing, or we could decide to go down to we don't go there Underdark, apparently. It's the Underdark.
Well, the trick was to make sure that there's nobody upstairs who would come rushing downstairs, which I think is still a good idea.
Because we already know the people downstairs don't rush upstairs because they avoid it.
Okay. It could be whatever their mistress that they said was. So maybe making sure there's nothing upstairs makes sense. They did mention a plateau, so this must come to some kind of an end at some point.
Yeah. And if we go upstairs and it just ends in a plain, then at least we know there's nothing there.
It's already made so much noise and no one's come down. I'm kind of getting, I don't know, the hair on the back of my neck is standing up a bit.
Someone's either waiting for us, or there's nothing. So
those are the two options, yes.
Let's do this.
I don't like going first when I know the bad things are coming.
All right.
Adaris just gently puts her hand on Belle's back and pushes her up toward the front as well. And just walks behind her.
All right.
Excellent. Good.
So it's Ulysses up the stairs, numero uno. Don't make me regret this chair.
Make a perception check for me.
Certainly. That'd be a 13.
13. You do catch faint whiffs of blacksmithing and forging coming wafting up from the lower levels, leading you to believe that probably the lower levels are more of the military district and such. As such, going up, you realize this is probably the merchant district and everything as you're going up. And then Adar, you have the strong sensation of like you get even the feeling of the like magic pulsing at the very end of this hallway.
Guys, I feel magic. Something's at the end of this hall. I don't know what it is, and like you said, it's either something or nothing, but I feel it vibrating within me, basically. It's gonna be... part of me wants to run ahead, and part of me wants to run away. I don't know. As long as I can stay behind Belle, let's continue forward.
So with that, yeah, you guys are standing at this kind of crossroads where you could go further down into the bellies of the kingdom, or upwards into the kingdom, or there's Adar. You've realized that the magical heart of the kingdom itself could possibly lie at the end of the hallway that you're looking straight down at right now.
Oh. Do we want to do that, or just like continue on forward into this heart and follow your heart?
I want to go
That's
straight
the most
down.
non-Ulysses thing.
I know,
Ulysses
right?
Said, hey?
I'm sorry.
Negative
I'm not-
inspiration awarded.
Yeah, I gotta give you inspiration
no.
for that.
Do you want to follow the magic bullshit or not?
Yes, I very much do. I would like to go and we may as well suss this out right now. It's right down there. But are there stairs to go higher?
There are, but there's magic pulsating from that door.
Can I do an Arcana check to just see if I can suss anything out, whether it's like benign magic or if it is potentially malicious?
Yeah.
19.
19. You realize that this is the ley magic and that it is being harnessed. You do notice too that a couple of the suits of armor, 6 of them, appears to be glowing themselves. On 4 of them, there's symbols representing different forces of nature.
I'm really excited about this hallway.
To the magical bullshit.
What does the armor look like to Ulysses? Does he pick up on anything? Are these ancient? Are these magically put together? Is it something he wouldn't recognize?
It's very unique to Ulysses. He hasn't seen craftsmanship like this. This is nothing that him and Boris would have spoken about at Glimmer.
Is there anything on these bad boys that's better than what I'm wearing?
Yes, these are a much more immaculate suit of armor than what you have currently, yes.
Although they're magic, I don't know if I want to put it on.
Adarius
Would you know?
Of the 12 that are lining, Adaris would have informed you that there's only 6 that are glowing, and
I
of
see.
those 6, 4 of them have symbols of the powers of the earth.
And I'm going to go look at those 4. So I wouldn't let you put any of those 4 on.
And with that, as you approach the first pair of the glowing ones, roll initiative.
You know, I'll be honest, like, my senses were like, that could be a problem, but it never happened. I'm like, oh, we're fine. He was wrong.
Roll initiative right now today.
When Jeremy is disappointed, it makes me happy.
It's always good when the DM's like, why can't I roll better?
21.
17.
15.
8.
Okay. Alrighty.
It's so shiny and interesting. I can't look away.
But with that, the armor is also going to get a surprise attack on Adar as you've closed up the distance. 18.
That definitely hits.
So you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams its armored forearm at you, and the second time as it swings to take a punch at you, it misses. With that, we're going to go to the top of the order to Ulysses. You watch as these 6 that Adar was pointing out, they start forming to life. The furthest ones away step out, start walking towards you guys. Then the other 2 in the middle step out and start walking towards you. And then you watch as one steps out and starts making its way towards Adar, and the one that she's standing right in front of just decks her right in the face.
So I think classic strategy here. Who's closest?
The 2 that would be closing in on Adar.
Okay, then I'm gonna close the distance and swing my sword with my one hand this time.
So you rush up.
Yep.
Make your first attack.
Oh my god, a nat 1.
Oh, that's
a 6.
miss.
Is it?
I think so. Pretty sure it is.
Yikes.
With that, we are going to Gray.
So I'm gonna help out Ulysses because it looks like he's having a rough go of it.
All right. So
And I'm going to come up beside him and make a sneak attack.
Sure.
With a 25.
That's a hit.
Delicious.
18 points of piercing
Okay.
damage.
Your dagger finds its way through. You're chipping off more of like pieces of the armor. You don't actually feel as though you're striking flesh at all.
Oh, as a bonus
Yes.
action, I would like to advise Gray that usually hitting it is a more effective measure, thus granting him advantage on his next attack roll.
You're Gray, though.
Hold on. I got this.
Take 2.
Take 2. I would like to inform Ulysses that usually striking the constructs or whatever they are is better, thus granting him advantage on his future attack roll.
All right, Belle, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to attack the one attacking Adar.
Okay. You watch as your allies rush to your aid, Adar.
Thank God.
No, we're just gonna let the suits of armor just beat the shit out of you.
Not doing much. I rolled a 2, so that's 8.
Yeah,
None
that's
of you
a
are
miss.
doing very good.
Sorry. But I will cast Shield of Faith on Adar.
Okay.
Ooh, what does that do for me?
You get a +2 to your AC.
Nice. Thank you.
With that, Adar, I'll let you go before the armor.
Okay. I am caught off guard, and the armor that has hit me, does he have an elemental symbol on him?
That one, no.
Okay. So I'm just gonna hit him with my staff very quickly. Bonus action, shillelagh, and then hit him with my staff. That's a 14 to hit.
It's a miss.
Yep. So she swings out, misses, and then just looks panicked, but is happy to see her friends nearby.
All right. No movement.
No.
All right. So that one that you just hit is gonna swing at you twice and misses horribly. He just kind of swings over and overcompensates, and as he swings with his second mailed fist, misses you both times, Adar. The one that's slowly making its way would get Did you move at all after Adar? I mean, Gray, sorry.
No.
You never moved? Okay. So that one would, the one that was closing in from the other side of the hallway makes its way in and gets an attack on you, both with advantage.
Sure.
It's miss for the first attack.
I like hearing that.
20 on the second, though.
I don't like that.
Don't like that one.
No, I don't like that one. It's a big number.
10 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams into you from behind. The other 4 of them slowly start marching their way down the hallway towards the 4 of you. With that, Ulysses, what would you like to do?
Do a take 2 on this attack against the one he missed. The one that Gray had that attacked.
Sure.
And I believe I get advantage on
You
that
do.
bad
You
boy.
do.
He gave you some tactful
Some good
tactics there.
Yeah, some good tactics. Oh, hit them with the sword, he says.
Is that more of an educational way or more of a cheerleader kind of way?
Oh no, it's educational.
Oh, okay.
15.
15 is a miss.
Yeah.
Gray?
So just like looks over. He's like, that can happen to anyone, I suppose. I'm going to try to make another attack against the same one.
Sure.
Oh, a natural 20.
Yeah, well, you don't need to roll your second one for your advantage, but
Nope.
yeah,
I think I'll accept this one. So for damage purposes, we've got 37 points of piercing damage.
with that, as you get slammed into from behind with the other one, and instructing your ally how to attack better, you find a couple of good sweet spots, and you watch as the life force kind of seems to seep out of this suit of armor and collapses to the ground. Adar, you're like, hey! With that bonus action.
Yes, I would like to move 30 feet away from it.
Okay, the one that slammed into you.
Yes.
Are you doing anything?
Yes, and I'll say like, so I found a weak spot. Apparently, beneath the armor is where it's really weak there. He says to Ulysses, thus granting him advantage on his attack against it.
All right, what's your AC again?
Low.
Low. Okay. So definitely a 20 hits.
It's probably a good hit.
Alrighty.
Hope I get knocked unconscious. That'd be justice.
You're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the one that you're running away from takes its attack of opportunity and slams into you again.
Sure.
On to Belle.
All right. Well, is it engaged with her? So do I get advantage?
Nothing's engaged with her now. It's dead.
Oh, that's
crumpled.
a different one. Okay,
Yeah.
I will engage the closest one.
All
to
right,
you
so
then.
you step to fill the void left by your husband as he's doing his thing of fleeing in battle.
All right, and I will attack him. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 just hits. Yes.
Correction. I'm shitty at math. It does not hit. It was a 17.
17 misses, yes. So you swing wildly with your sword as you're closing space before you've had your feet planted. You miss the suit of armor. Bonus action.
Nope.
Any more movement, or are you just going to hold that space?
No, I'll stand between my husband and the scary.
All right, Adar.
The one beside me is dead, and the ones down the hallway, have any of them animated yet?
Yes, they are. They've
Okay.
all started to make their way.
So Adaris kind of points between them and summons her wildfire spirit, which is a little fire fox. And where she pops up, every creature that's within 10 feet of it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right, so 2 of them make dexterity saving throws.
I'm sure giant suits of armor are
'Cause
really good at dex
I want to make sure I'm
saves.
getting this right. It's the 2 that are coming.
Right.
The closest 2 that are coming towards you.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so those 2. Fail rather miserably, so
So they take 10 fire damage, and I am going to try to step behind Ulysses. Like back up a little bit.
with that we are going to, it's their turn. They shift and slash. Shamble, you ran further down the hallway, correct?
I just ran away from any of them, yes.
All right, so then those 2 that are making their way down the hallway shift and start making their way towards you. One of them actually getting to where you are,
Of course.
Mr. Gray. Miss
Do they have to?
and hit. They don't have to go by you. With that, so the second one does hit, and you're gonna take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it swings out, punching you in the side. And it's mailed its fist, and with that, it's back to the top of the order. Ulysses.
Okay, let's make this happen one more time. I guess the one that Gray had pointed out the weak spot on.
Okay, so yeah, you shift around. It takes 10 feet. You shift around so that you and Belle have it kind of contained. That
Yep.
one contained.
Okay. And give me 1 second here. I'm gonna see if I can pull off some shenanigans.
I like shenanigans.
Yeah, that's always a good time. Okay, so you can see that Ulysses, he's getting frustrated with all these misses, and he grits his teeth, and suddenly his sword erupts into green flame.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's just the green flame blade spell. Ooh, and a nat 20!
Hey!
Oh, that felt really good. Alrighty here. Okay, so I'm just going to read off Green Flame Blade here real quick. As part of the action to use this spell, you must make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature within the spell's range, which is 5 feet. That's fine. On a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects, and green fire leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet. The creature takes fire damage equal to your spellcaster ability modifier. Cool beans. So let's roll damage first from the sword.
There's no leap unless you want it to leap on one of your allies, but there's no leap at this point.
Yeah. 6 plus 11, 17 damage.
17 damage. Yeah. Nice.
And then plus fire damage, right?
Yes.
So that would be 18 damage.
18 total. Alright.
nice.
And you watch as Ulysses' green blade just slashes down, cuts through it.
I guess he would want to get in between the nearest piece of walking armor and his allies. Or anybody being attacked right now?
Yeah. Gray is being punched again.
Okay, then I'm going to try and flank that.
All right, so yeah,
flank that guy to try and give Gray an advantage.
As the one is kind of that you're going to leave its space is kind of focusing on both you and Belle. So when you're able to find a little bit of a distraction, you're able to get out. So it forfeits its turn of as attack of opportunity. You're able to place yourself between the one that's while you can't block any attacks going against Gray, you're able to block the second one from getting in there and being able to get to his body. With that, Belle.
You're unconscious?
Oh, he's still up. He looks
he's staggering.
He's bleeding from a lot of.
Can I get in there now that Ulysses has moved?
Are you wanting to get closer to your husband?
I'm going to want to try to get the guy off of Gray.
You're not able to separate Gray, that space.
No, I
between
want to
Gray and him.
attack
You
that
can
one.
you can get into a space that yes, you can attack him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that and swing at that one.
Okay. You watch Gray as your wife comes to your rescue once again.
No, she doesn't.
But she swings wide, missing the suit of armor.
The woes of level 3.
Alright. Alright, with that, Adar.
I am going to look at the same one that's attacking Gray if I can see him.
Yes, you can.
Cool. And I'm going to cast a firebolt at him. 16 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yep. So she misses there. And then my little fire foxy friend is going to shoot a little fiery bolt of her own at the closest suit of armor to them. One of the two that was
Yeah, it would
approaching.
be the one that's attacking Gray.
Perfect. So shooting out there. And that's another 15 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yeah. So we both are just shooting flames around in pure panic and nothing's working.
Everything's fine.
First swing is a miss. And the second swing is another miss with a nat 1 as it just kind of goes and swings. You're able to just use your roguelike sensations to like dodge both attacks flawlessly. Ulysses, the one that you're blocking from getting into attacking Gray, is going to now attack you with a miss. Ooh, that's a 19, so I'm guessing that's a hit. You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it kind of like takes its elbow part of its armor and just kind of slams it into the side of your head. Alright, with that, Ulysses.
Okay, let's. So there's the one that I hit that was kind of left behind, and then there's the one that Gray and I currently have flanked. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah, so you get advantage on the one with the one that you and Gray have flanked.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the flanky boy.
Okay.
18 plus 5 a hit, right?
That's a hit. Oh yeah.
And then green, still with the green flame as it's a cantrip. Oh my god, my app is freezing. 12.
Yeah. So you watch that, you start to see slowly, Gray, the magical life forces starting to dissipate out of this suit of armor. Bonus action, Ulysses.
Yeah, fuck this guy. I'm using my action surge and take another attack.
Alrighty.
Because we have advantage, and I just want to... another 18 plus 5 hits.
That's a
All right. It's 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8.
You watch as like it starts to kind of slump forward, almost as though it's going to fall on you, Gray, but it's still holding its ground.
Is there another suit of armor within 5 feet?
No.
Dang it.
The one that attacked you is like
hoping.
A space of 5 feet itself.
Right.
So that would make that suit of armor 10 feet away from the one you just.
Oh, I see. I got you.
Yeah. Gray.
All right. I would like to panic, but he'll keep his wits. So I guess if I make an attack, it won't be with advantage because it's clearly engaged with me. Correct?
It would have shifted some to Ulysses now, as Ulysses was the one who attacked it. So yeah, I would still give you advantage on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I shall take it.
Fair ruling, I think.
Ooh.
A dirty 20.
Yeah, that's it. Plus you have Bell there too. Like the thing is surrounded, so its focus isn't entirely on you. So
I feel pretty good about that. I got 8 plus 4, 12 points of piercing damage.
you watch Ulysses as unbelievable. Once again, your little slice of build, half-elf roguish friend just demolishes another creature in front of you. With that bonus action.
And so nobody else currently is around another one, right?
No.
Nope.
Yes. Sorry. Ulysses has his back to kind of one.
Okay. So I'll be like, so I'm going to move. Can I move to a point such that I don't have another suit of armor?
Yes, you can
Okay.
now move back towards the large chamber that you just left to come down this hallway. You're able to move that way
So
if you
I'm-
so choose.
I would like to do that, but I'll just back up to like that point. But as I'm backing up, like, Ulysses, behind you, I'll act as bait.
With that, you get your advantage again from his educational points.
Yes.
We're a good team.
Bell, and then Adar, you're after Bell.
I guess I will go after the one that's engaged with Ulysses.
Okay,
Is
so
he
yeah,
flanked?
you watch Ulysses as she shifts around. You would have advantage on that, Bell. Yes.
Sweet.
So this is the one to my back?
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
16 misses.
The woes of level 3. That's just how it goes.
But I will stay flanking him.
Adar.
The suit of armor that's not engaged with Ulysses but is behind him, is there an elemental symbol on it?
Yes, but of the one that also just collapsed, you can see that the elemental symbol is still glowing on that one. So the magic of the symbols isn't dissipating with the life force of these suits of armor that are collapsing.
Okay. I look straight at the one that's behind Ulysses, and Radar's reaches out her hand, and the whole suit of armor starts to heat up.
Ooh.
And he needs to make a saving throw. I'm just trying to find out which
I
one.
think that one's a con.
Constitution, yeah. Constitution saving throw.
Good old heat metal.
5. So he fails.
Perfect. So he takes 11 fire damage as the suit of armor begins to become glowing hot.
Both Bell and Ulysses, you both feel this heat start radiating as you watch the armor itself start to kind of glow from the heat of the inner fire that seems to be burning with inside of the suit of armor.
And my little fox, who goes after me, is going to run over beside me, if that's within
Yep.
20 feet, or
Yep.
30 feet, sorry, and just take a shot at the same one I just attacked. That's a 12, which doesn't hit.
No.
So just runs up beside me and sits cute.
Alright, so the only one able to attack anyone is the one in front of Ulysses. He's going to attack Ulysses. Nat 1.
Yeah, baby.
And 9 plus 4 is 13 does not hit.
Nope.
So yeah, as it starts to, you feel the heat of the gauntlets as they flash out trying to punch you, but you're able to definitely push aside the attacks and shift out of the way. With that, back to up the round. You do notice the other two closing in now that they're both within range.
Okay, so that means that there's this one that had just attempted to attack me is damaged. The other two are undamaged. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so then let's go for the damaged one then.
All right.
Did you give me advantage on that?
I was a
again?
distraction.
Yes.
That's right. Okay,
It was a distraction.
Okay, let's make this happen. 16 plus 5 is 21.
That's a hit. Oddly, a rogue would rather use give you advantage, then use disengage so he doesn't get hit by attacks of opportunity.
He's a good pal.
That's a good rogue right there for you.
4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8.
Alrighty.
I didn't need, well, if it means anything, I was not going to use the help action if it didn't die.
With that, it's still it's still standing. You can notice though that it is getting warmer and warmer, and that it's starting to slow down. With that, Gray?
I'm going to, I feel quite confident from the current distance I am. I'm just going to use my short bow to attack it.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm. And it's not advantage, just like a regular.
Just a regular attack, yes.
I achieved 22.
That's a hit.
Okay, so that is sneak attack damage though, because there's an ally there. I got 11, 15, 19 points of piercing damage.
You watch again as your rogue friend steps back, draws his bow, fires, lets loose, and you watch as an arrow strikes its way true, and then you watch as the suit of armor collapses to the ground. The heat's dissipating completely from it. Bonus action.
Is there like a new one beside any of my allies?
No.
Okay. Then I will just put myself such that they can't walk up to me and hit me.
Oh yeah, they're like, you notice that their movement is a little slower than normal, so they're only able to travel not a full 30 feet, but like 25 feet or so. Okay. Able to gauge this now, so yeah, you are.
Yeah, I'll just put myself so that I'm in range of my allies.
Yes,
but away from them. And
okay. Alrighty, Belle.
I will move on to the next one.
Alrighty. Alright, so you watch as Belle, flustered, charges at the next one, and yet again swinging wide.
16.
Yeah, just barely missing, but still, your sword just dances on by. Alrighty, Adar.
I'm going to shoot another firebolt at the already injured one.
Sure.
Ulysses.
Oh no, that one.
Oh, sorry.
That one is dead.
Okay, so the next closest one.
The not injured at all one that Belle tried to.
With an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
And that's 8 fire damage.
Okay.
And as bonus action, my little foxy friend will do the same. 16 to hit.
That's a miss, unfortunately. With that, Belle, you get closed upon by 2 suits of animated armor. First one, that's 15 plus 4 is 19.
Hit.
You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the first gauntlet fist slamming into you, and then 17 is a miss, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. The second one makes its attacks. A miss. And a 20 is a hit. So you're going to take another 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As the second one hits you once. With that, Ulysses.
Okay. So how are these two? There's 2 left, correct?
Yes.
How close are they together?
They're side by side.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'm gonna go up to. Is there anyone that's got more damage than the other?
No.
Yet? Okay. So
yes, actually, yeah. You can see a charred mark from where one of the fire bolts land.
That's right. The firebolt. So I'm gonna go after the firebolted one.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Okay. With that, Gray, then Belle.
This has been the best combat I've had in a while. I don't think I've rolled absurd. Okay, I'm gonna just position myself so that I can take a clean shot at.
Okay, so yeah, so you get up, so you're with 30 feet.
Yep.
And with that, fire
I'm
away.
gonna fire an arrow because I'm not going up there. We're gonna roll 18.
18. That's a hit.
Perfect. And that is sneak attack because there's an ally there.
2 allies there. Yes.
4, 10, 14 points of piercing damage.
On the charred one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And the one that I hit with the arrow, and I'm gonna make loud noises and say like, "Come on, metalhead, come and get me," distracting them, thus granting advantage on the attack roll. And I'm gonna move back to the safety of the square away from them.
All right. So you take 1 step back. Belle.
I will channel divinity a poison strike.
Poison strike?
Yeah, because I have advantage.
Okay, so is that poison damage?
It's poison strike. You use your channel divinity to make a weapon deadlier. As a bonus action, you touch one weapon or piece of ammunition and conjure a special poison on it.
Okay.
The poison lasts for 1 minute. The next time you hit a target with an attack using a weapon or ammunition, the target takes poison damage. Yep. It's 2d10 and plus your paladin level, or 20 plus your paladin level if you have advantage on the attack.
You would have advantage, yes.
That's actually absurd.
And I actually hit this time.
Yes!
Yay! Yay!
So it's 23.
23 to hit, yes. Roll your damage. So roll your sword damage.
Oh, those abilities go really well together.
Not great. 5
5
plus 3
is 8 total.
plus 20.
So it's 8 total.
Because you can't poison that pseudo armor.
Oh, it doesn't get the 3 poison damage from your paladin level, so it needs 3 life back.
Oh, yes.
Because it did 23 points of poison damage.
Apologies.
Wait, it gets life back?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
because
no,
the poison didn't hurt it.
The poison doesn't do any damage to a suit of armor.
Like, it's not healing, just math.
Not
Oh,
this bad.
yes.
sorry, math.
Yeah.
Math
So-
healing, not
Yeah,
magic.
math healing, not actual armor
Gotcha.
healing itself.
Total of 5 damage.
Total of 5 damage.
But you have
that's
its full
okay.
attention, though.
You have its full attention. It's very angry with you now. Adar.
Firebolt. Heck yeah. 21 to hit.
Yes.
Heck
That's
yeah.
3 fire damage.
3 total? Okay.
Yep, total. And then my little fox is gonna do the same kind of deal. 15 doesn't hit, so he keeps missing, but he's super cute. It's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. So the animated
Bell
armor
knows
is
Just
going
doesn't
to...
understand these armors.
I
One is
summoned
going
him.
to attack Bell. Miss, and then the other one's going to attack Ulysses in 1 hit. 18 does not hit on Ulysses.
18 meets my armor class.
Alright, that's a miss. But you still take 7 points from the first hit of bludgeoning damage. With that, back to the top of the order, Ulysses.
Okay, well, let's just keep this trainer rolling. Just slash attack, I guess. 13 plus 5 is 18.
18 hits.
7 plus 3 plus 1 is 11.
Yeah, with that, it collapses in your green flame, jumps, and hits
Hell
the
yeah.
other one
For 1?
for 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice.
I like that green flame.
That's
Bonus
very
action?
cool.
Yeah, I am going to use my bonus action to second wind myself.
Alrighty.
Not in front of my friends, though.
Make a quick performance check as well then.
What? Okay, we'll do that first. Let's do a performance check
This
first.
is just the DM throwing some flavor in.
Alrighty, I got a -1 in performance.
What happened?
0?
You watch as Ulysses takes deep breath, and you can see you try as you're trying to hide it from your friends. You're like touching your wounded spots as best you can. You're still trying to play it off, but the three of you can realize that he's doing something to help himself feel better.
Okay, 7 plus 3 is 10 health points back.
Yeah, you watch as if he's trying to actually put out fire, and he's just like patting himself all over. As if you get a 0, dude.
Wow.
Impressive.
All right. Great.
I've never seen a 0 before.
Great.
So with that, I'm just gonna take a regular shot at the one that's engaged. That's probably a miss. 15.
15? That's a miss, yes.
Okay. So then I'm just gonna continue to be a distraction. Say, I'm over here. Look at me, metalhead.
What? Metalhead?
Who are you giving advantage?
I'm
we
gonna give
could use that
advantage to Bella because
Alright.
she's currently engaged with it.
All right, Belle.
And she also
All right. Nope. Still miss. Still miss.
Yet again, as you were debating tea, coffee, and silver, and riches, your mind's just not in this fight today. You swing wide once again. Adar.
My little fox decides to climb up on my shoulder and give me advantage.
Okay.
And we're going to shoot another firebolt at this guy. And that is an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Fantastic. 7 points of fire damage.
All right.
And as she finishes that, she looks at Ulysses and goes, Did I hit you with fire? I'm sorry if I did. I apologize.
He's just like supremely embarrassed and furious at the same time, so...
Thankfully, the armor swings out at you, missing with both its attacks once again. And we're going to right back to top of the order, Ulysses.
Okay, let's keep going. Another slash. Ooh, that's a miss.
Bonus action.
No.
Movement.
No.
Great.
Okay, I'm gonna try the same thing. I'm like, I'll hit it again eventually. So I'm gonna try making a weapon attack. Dirty 20.
Short bow, yeah, that's a hit.
So I'm going to hit it for 8, 9, 13 points of piercing damage. And again,
rogues go.
I'm going to be a nice big distraction and just like, can't hit me. You can't hit me. Like being obnoxiously annoying to like this creature.
All right, Belle, you're up with your advantage from
Thus
Gray.
granting you advantage.
That's a hit. 20.
That's a hit.
Yay.
Finally.
I thought this combat was going to go a lot different.
12.
12?
And can I do a divine smite?
I don't think so, because as you finally are able to hit something again, you watch as it crumples down into a heap of armor. The only thing left showing any power on these suits of armor is the glyphs that match the forces of nature within the world.
All right, was that it? Is that the last one?
Yeah, that's it. I think that's where we'll end this.
Wow, guys, that was super embarrassing.
Yeah, I can't believe I rolled a 0 today.
At least
take that
you
one
gotta
too.
hit something.
Yeah, a couple hits, but
Maybe if we take a break, your dice will recharge.
So, yeah.
Recharge the dice.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks for checking out this episode, everyone, and we'll see you next time.